Hi Kingsgate kids, this is Karen. How are you doing? Good. So this week our Bible story was about after Jesus went back to heaven when he sent his Holy Spirit to fill his disciples and followers, and they were filled with God's presence and joy. What is joy? Well, it's a bit like being happy, but it's different. If I have a sweetie, I'm really happy, excited to eat my sweetie. And when I'm eating it, it tastes so tasty and delicious and yummy. But when it's gone, I can be a bit sad because it's not there anymore, it's gone. But joy is a special kind of happiness that comes from the Holy Spirit, and it never ever goes away. Should we put our hands up to heaven and say, the Holy Spirit gives me joy? Should we do that together? Ready? The Holy Spirit gives me joy. Well done. This kind of happiness comes from being in God's presence. When we have this kind of happiness, we can say our Bible verse for this week, which is, I am happy from the inside out. Isn't that great that we can be happy from right inside of us to all over us, on the outside as well, when we're in God's presence. So how do we get into God's presence? What do? Well, we can read our Bibles and learn about Him, and we can talk to Him and pray to Him, and we can sing worship songs to Him and dance like I know you all love doing when you come to kids on a Sunday morning, don't you? And do you know that God can give us more joy than we can even think of? Isn't that amazing? It's a bit like this balloon is a bit like getting into God's presence. We can fill ourselves with good things like reading our Bibles and learning about God, and we can talk to Him and pray to Him, and we can sing worship songs to Him. And if we put wow! Look at that! See how quickly the balloon fills up with the Holy Spirit. Wow! The balloon is so full of joy. And that's like us when we spend time in God's presence. As long as we keep getting to know God more and more, the joy He gives us will never ever go away. That's good, isn't it? And no matter what happens to us, whether it's good things or it's bad things, we can still know that God's happiness is on the inside of us. Remember? So let's end by saying our memory verse again together. The Holy Spirit gives me joy. And can you keep spending time in God's presence this week, kids, and enjoy the joy that the Holy Spirit gives us? Can you do that? See you soon. Bye.